What's the most unexpected place you've run into a fellow veteran years later? I was getting my colonoscopy done, lying on the table in that embarrassing hospital gown when the anesthesiologist walked in and froze. Holy shit, is that you, Stevens? It was Marcus Williams, my old squad leader from Iraq. Last time I'd seen him was 2007, boarding a transport plane out of Baghdad. Now he's standing there in scrubs, about to knock me unconscious for a medical procedure. What are the odds? I mumbled, trying to maintain some dignity while half naked on an examination table. Turns out Marcus had used his GI Bill for medical school after getting out, specialized in anesthesiology because, as he put it, after dealing with Marines for 8 years, putting people to sleep seemed relaxing. The doctor started explaining the procedure, but Marcus cut him off. Doc, this guy and I shared a foxhole for 15 months. He's seen worse things than a camera up his ass. As they prepped me for surgery, Marcus started telling embarrassing stories from our deployment. How I'd gotten food poisoning from questionable Iraqi street food and spent 3 days basically living in a portable toilet. Karma's a bitch, he laughed. Now you're paying a doctor to stick things where the sun don't shine. The weird part was how natural it felt, like no time had passed. We fell right back into that military banter, that dark humor that gets you through impossible situations. He told me about the nightmares that led him to medicine, wanted to save lives instead of taking them, had been clean from alcohol for 5 years, married to a nurse he'd met during residency. I told him about my struggles adjusting to civilian life, 3 failed jobs, a divorce, the PTSD that still woke me up screaming sometimes, how I'd been avoiding the VA because I didn't want to be labeled. That's stupid, he said, checking my IV. Those people actually want to help, not like the military where asking for help got you labeled weak. As the anesthesia kicked in, the last thing I heard was Marcus saying, "Don't worry, brother, I've got your 6, just like old times." Woke up 2 hours later feeling great. Marcus was there with discharge instructions and his personal phone number. Call me if you need anything, and I mean anything. That chance encounter changed my life. Marcus helped me navigate the VA system, get into therapy, find a job that worked with my disabilities. Even stood as best man at my second wedding. The follow-up appointment became a monthly coffee meeting. Then our wives started hanging out. Now our kids play together. Military brotherhood doesn't expire just because you take off the uniform. 3 years later, Marcus saved my life again. Noticed symptoms during a routine checkup that led to early cancer detection. Stage 1, completely treatable because he caught it early. Good thing you got that colonoscopy, he joked. Otherwise, I never would have known to look for this. We started a support group for local veterans. Meet every Tuesday at the VFW. Marcus brings medical expertise. I bring practical experience with VA benefits. Between us, we've helped dozens of guys get back on their feet. The funny thing about military service is how it creates these unbreakable bonds. Doesn't matter if you haven't talked in 15 years. When you see that familiar face, you're right back in the brotherhood. Last month, we took our families camping together. Kids running around, wives laughing, grilling burgers like any normal suburban families. But when a car backfired nearby, both Marcus and I hit the deck simultaneously. Our wives just rolled their eyes. There they go again. The kids thought it was hilarious. They started dropping things just to watch their dads react. Little jerks. That night, sitting around the campfire, Marcus said something that stuck with me. You know what's crazy? In Iraq, we thought we were protecting America. Turns out we were really protecting each other.